A lot of people hate the electric Mustang and the idea behind it, but if you haven't driven one, don't hate on it. Trust me, don't hate on it. And then you got my baby. Ugh. I'm so torn on this car right now. I'm so torn on it. And then you got the other baby. It won't be yellow for much longer, I can tell y'all that. What is going on? It is a nice 65 degrees outside today, and it feels amazing. Oh my god, look at that. Blessed to see another day. So I kind of wanted to make a video about new riders, on like, don't make the same mistakes that I did and many other riders did. So let's get into that. So I would say mistake number one that most riders, especially brand new riders, make is buying a brand new bike. And I say that's a mistake only because most new bikes are heavily overpriced. I mean, let's just be honest. And if you're not buying it cash, you're going to end up paying more than what the bike is actually worth. And when you go to resell it, you're not going to get your money back. That's why you see a bunch of bikes on Facebook Marketplace just way overpriced, because they want to get their money back. And it's not going to happen. Unless you have some stupid rare bike, you're not going to get what you're asking for. Even with R6s, you see some that are like 2008, 9, even up to this year, which is a 16, being posted for like 10 grand. It's like, come on now. It's a 600. It's not worth that much. I don't care if they stop making them or not. It's not happening. Part two, you motherfucker. Part two of mistake number one is you're gonna make mistakes on this bike, and you're probably gonna drop it on your new bike. You're probably gonna drop it. It's gonna get messed up, and it's a part of learning, right? Hopefully you don't like crash, obviously, but you're gonna mess it up. So that's why I recommend not to get a brand new bike if you're first starting out to ride. Now, it doesn't happen to everybody, obviously, but it could. Mistake number two, find people that kind of match your riding style, right? Ride your own ride. That is the best advice anybody could have ever given me. You don't have that experience to keep up with them, and it's gonna make you crash. It will. Or get you into some serious trouble because you want to be like one of the cool kids and run from the police when that's lame as fuck. It's bad, alright? Ride your own ride. Number three is gear. I can't really be the gear police because I'm wearing a hoodie right now, but at the minimum, helmet, gloves, and boots. I didn't have boots for the longest time. I didn't think I needed them. I was off-road. I crashed on my DRZ, and the boots that I had on saved my foot basically from getting cut the fuck up, because the way I fell, it would have messed my foot up pretty good, because I messed up my hamstring pretty bad, and it still hurts sometimes. And if I didn't have boots on, I probably would have like cut my ankle open or something. Just the way I fell, it was weird. And then I have a mark on my right leg that kind of looks like a penis. It's kind of funny. Don't cheap out on gear. Gear is important. Get you a nice jacket too if you can afford it. So this one's a little bit, kind of controversial because it depends on you. But don't get a bike that's too big for you. Big bike, little mistake, big problem. Little bike, big mistake, little problem. You see what I'm saying? Get something that you can kind of grow into, yes, but don't get something that is that's too much for you to handle, essentially. That is a GT3. Damn! If I would have got a 1000 when I first started riding, I'd probably be dead right now. If I got a 600, I would have been fine because I know myself. There's room for error depending on the CC, obviously. So this is actually the parking lot of my old high school. I just knew nobody would be here, so I could kind of walk around and talk, but the CC kind of thing when it's starting out is pretty personal preference. I mean, for first riders, do I really recommend them getting a 600? Probably not. If I know you, right? If I knew you, if like you were one of my friends and you wanted to start riding and I knew you good, some of them, yes, I would recommend a 600. Others, I'd probably be like, nah, you need a 250 or something because you're kind of crazy. So when you first get your new bike, I would recommend going and finding a nice big open parking lot like this, right? Can even steal some cones and do some shit, whatever. Not steal, you know what I mean. And practice slow speed turning, because that is what new riders fail at the most, is slow speed turning, and they usually fall and drop their bike, especially for smaller frame people. Practice getting better at slow speed stuff, because while you're in traffic, that is very important, and it can really mess you up because your nerves are going. People are all around you. People are going to start honking, especially if you're stalling a lot. That's a big thing. Stalling. Just practice, practice, practice. That is the number one thing you can do on stuff like this. And stay safe. Bikes are very dangerous. Bikes are the dangerous thing you could ever do when driving on the road. Riding a bike alone is dangerous, and then mixing in people who don't pay attention because they're on their phone, etc. And it's just not a good thing, especially, and then combine that with speed, that's even worse. So I would always recommend somebody getting a slower bike, because that's just me. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, you know? I haven't fallen on pavement, but I've fallen on dirt and off-road a lot. Knock on wood. It's not if, it's when. I hope it never happens, but you know what I'm saying? Another mistake new riders make is target fixation. Target fixation is what is going to make you fly off the road, especially in a turn, man. It's probably the number one thing that makes riders crash the most, next to other people being stupid. You know, you're going through a corner and then you start looking at something that you don't want to hit, you're going to end up hitting it. So I hope what I've said helps you a little bit. If you're new and you're watching this, I'm not the best at explaining things and getting into detail about stuff. I wish I was better at it, but I'm not. I'm just giving you stuff from my own experience, and I hope it helps, because the last thing I want is someone to just get on a bike, not know what they're doing, and they crash and die. Just be safe, man. Like I said, this is the most dangerous thing you could ever do, and I seriously mean that. Please be safe. And if anybody has anything else that they can add on top, throw it in the comments, of course, to help out anybody that's new. If you ride safe. I'll see y'all in the next video.